Hello Windows Universe. In this video we will talk about if the Ethernet connection is not working in Windows 10. For a more in-depth look at the topic, we will link an article in the description down below. First, check the Ethernet cable connection. It's one of the basic steps that you need to look at when you're not able to connect to the internet or when the Ethernet is showing limited connectivity. Earlier Windows used to replace the connectivity icon in the system tray with a clear message that the Ethernet cable is not connected. And the same applied to Wi-Fi. Now all users get to see a globe icon which says not connected, no connections are available. It's confusing, so check the Ethernet cable for connection. Check if it's connected to the router. Make sure the router is turned on. An alternate way to check it is to click on the icon tab in the taskbar for your internet. Click on Network and Internet Settings. Then click on Ethernet and it will tell you whether or not you're connected through the Ethernet. You should begin with looking at the Network Troubleshooter. The Network Troubleshooter is an inbuilt solution that can fix small and medium issues on its own. To fix this, go to Settings, go to Update and Security, then click on Troubleshoot. Additional troubleshooters. Find the network adapter and run this troubleshooter. Follow any of the on-screen prompts, and when that's finished, go to Internet Connections and click on Run the Troubleshooter. Once again, follow any on-screen prompts. Once that's finished, restart your system and see if you can connect to the internet then through the Ethernet. If the Ethernet connection says it's disabled in Windows 10, and when I say disabled, I mean the device is disabled on the software level, here's how to enable it. Press the Windows key and I. Navigate to Network and Internet. Click on Change Adapter Options. Any of the Ethernet is grayed out. If it is, then it's disabled. Right-click on it and click Enable. It will restore the working status. If it's enabled and the Ethernet is still not working and displays the globe icon, then we need to check if the internet is working. Since neither the Ethernet adapter is disabled or the network cable is unplugged, it brings our final basic test. Is the internet connection working fine? Users will get the same globe icon when the internet is not working. If it's the modem, check and make sure if the lights are turned on or if the wire is connected to the router. Check if any website can be accessed via your mobile device when connected over Wi-Fi. If this is the problem, get in touch with the internet provider to resolve the problem. The IP configuration or the username or password used to connect might have changed. If that's the case, then you'll need to update accordingly. Many times, the problem of Ethernet connection occurs after a Windows update. It can be a feature update or a regular update. It usually happens when Windows wants network drivers to be updated so it can communicate properly. So, if that's the case, we need to update the network drivers. Open the Device Manager. Go to the Network Adapters section. Look for the local network hardware. Now, since the internet cannot be connected to from here, you're going to have to use another computer to visit your OEM website and download the driver. Copy the driver into a USB and then copy it to the computer where the connection is not working correctly. If the drive has a setup file, then just double-click it to install. Any driver issue will be resolved by updating the driver, and it should fix the Ethernet connection in Windows. For more helpful articles to help you maximize your Windows experience, go to our website, thewindowsclub.com. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, where we are always adding new content aimed at making you the master of your digital house. Thanks for watching and have a great day.